Hi, Els here with a new ribbon carousel spotlight tutorial. Today I would like to show you how I make a weaving element here to use on one of my layouts. So I have a piece of white cardstock here and I'll be using some of these gorgeous silky crushed ribbon here that I bought in the Ribbon Carousel store. My cardstock is 11.5 centimeters tall, that is 4.5 inches. That fits exactly 3 stripes of this silky crushed ribbon, and my cardstock is 24 centimeters tall, which is going to fit my picture that I will be using for my layout. First of all, I'm going to adhere these horizontal stripes of my weaving here. So I'm going to trim down my pieces of the ribbon here. You can see I'm making them a tiny bit longer than my piece of cardstock here. That is because I want to fold them over to the back side and adhere them on the back side. I really don't want to be using, I'm going to try not to be using too much adhesive on the front here, because I'm a bit afraid if I put in big strips of adhesive and I'll be adhering my ribbon on top, I will lose these gorgeous crinkles that are in, and I really don't want to lose them. I really love that crinkled look. So I'm going to put my adhesive on the back and hope that everything is secured well enough to stay into place. So I'm trimming down my ribbon, leaving some excess to fold to the back, and then I'm going to adhere them one by one. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back here. And then I'm just going to wrap my ribbon around my cardstock here. I'm pulling a little bit so that everything is getting tight, but not too tight. Now that is a bit too tight. I'm going to take it off and give it a bit more room here and adhere it down again. So that pretty much is my first stripe of the weave. Going to adhere the next one. Going for the pink next. This is the first color I use is the pewter, and I'm going to go for the rose silky crushed ribbon. These are some very yummy colors as well. And as I said before, there are a lot more colors of this goodness in the store. And I'm folding it over again, sticking it down into my adhesive. And for the third stripe of ribbon, and there we have our horizontal stripes. So now we're just going to work on the vertical strips of ribbon here. So I'm basically just taking my 3 same colors here, and I'm going to cut some strips that are slightly longer than the height of my white cardstock there. I know I will be using 6 of these, so I'm going to cut 6 strips. So I have 2 of each here, and basically I'm just going to start weaving them in. So underneath the first, over the second, underneath the third, and sliding it all the way to the edge here, and then we're going for some of this rose color, and we're just going to alternate. We went underneath here, so we go over that pewter ribbon, underneath the rose, over the teal. Now weaving is just a very easy technique, but you get some of the best color accents with this technique. So really I'm just sliding them in here, one after another, and then I'm going to space them out a bit so that they're evenly divided along my horizontal strips. So I'm going to place the first one and the last one nicely along the edge, and then I'm going to space them out a bit so you don't have big gaps in between and everything. So now I'm turning this over, and it is time to start adhering things again. I'm going to start here in the middle because these last ones are going to come across the horizontal stripes of ribbon. Turning over to have a look there. It looks good. So and then we just go on adding some adhesive for the next strip. Holding it over and sticking it down. And then I'm pulling it a bit and fold this side over as well. Going to the other rows. Sticking it down, pulling a bit and folding it over and sticking it down as well. So this starts to look really good here. And again, now I'm going to put some extra adhesive on these ones because they have the ribbon underneath, and if I see that they are not really holding well, I'm going to add some tacky glue underneath, maybe some glossy accents or some other glue that will adhere fabric down as well. So I'm giving it a pull. It's a bit short here. Now, if you really like the look, you could also just adhere it down and then stitch everything together. With your sewing machine or something like that. That's also a possibility, of course. And then the last one, giving it a bit of a pull and adhering it down. Any loose ends, longer bits, I'm giving some extra adhesive. Gives some extra strength. Although I don't really think it needs that much, I think it will hold pretty well. And here is our weaved element. And then I have this gorgeous baby girl here to go along with our weaved element. Now I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock, white cardstock that is slightly bigger than this entire thing, and adhere both of these down to that. Placing it centered at the top here. And then I'm going to apply a good amount of adhesive down here at the bottom of my layout, and we are just going to adhere this weaving element down. I'm slightly going to overlap my picture up to her little fist there. And trying to adhere this down as straight as possible. And then I'm going to pull out one of these Dear Lizzie papers. This is from the Neapolitan collection from Dear Lizzie. And that little cutie is going to go on top of that pattern paper. Again, I'm putting down an awful lot of adhesive to make sure that everything stays down with all of this ribbon. Of course, this is a slightly heavier piece to stick down, so I'm applying lots of adhesive so everything stays where it should be staying. And then I'm going to place this centered. And there we have it. Now I'm just going to search for some embellishments and a way to add a title and finish this up. This is a really simple design, of course, but after all the attention should go to the little princess in the picture, of course. So I've kept it as simple as possible. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I would love to see you next time. Bye!